What's going on, Rams fans? Welcome back to Rams Showcase on Sports War Radio. Tonight, we have Bubble Talk in the NFL. Plus, breaking news, Aaron Donald is really good at football. And later on, we preview Rams at 49ers. Next on Rams Showcase.
Welcome to Rams Showcase on Sports War Radio.
What's going on, Rams fans? Welcome back to Rams Showcase right here on Sports War Radio. I'm your host, Joe Brandon, but you can and should call me Sheriff Joe Bags, laying down the law for you guys. And cool show for you guys tonight, all right? It's Niners week, and you Rams fans know, I know this because I'm one of you guys. I'm a Rams fan as well. We know that this is one of the most anticipated weeks, two of the most anticipated weeks every single season. We love this one, all right? Not only is it Niners week, Niners are not that good this year. So that makes it just a little bit more exciting. Just a touch, you know, nothing too crazy. It's just a little bit more exciting when the odds are in our favor. Of course, there's no guarantees in this matchup. None. Throw all those predictions out the window. But compared to, if you compare how the Rams have been playing to how the 49ers have been playing, I don't hate our chances. That's what I'll say. We got Sunday Night Football this week, too. Back under the lights for the second time this year, and first of back-to-back primetime games. As, of course, Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears next week. We'll get into all of that, though, next week, of course, because that'll be Bears week. This is Niners week, and we are focused on beating up on some 49ers, all right? So this is Rams Showcase. I am Sheriff Joe Bags. We're going to hop right into some news. First and foremost, I know you guys have seen it. I've definitely seen it for sure because I look for it. I scour the internet for it until we get it, even though it's just the Rams official page posts it. The uniform schedule is what I'm talking about. The uniform schedule came out. Rams were scheduled to be in their bone uniforms in Sunday Night Football against the 49ers this weekend. That is not the case anymore. At least it shouldn't have been the case. I don't know what exactly happened, where the confusion unfolded as far as this situation goes, but the 49ers are in their all-whites. They're all-white throwbacks, the ones with the shadow numbers, the one that everybody hates, but they keep wearing them for some reason. Even 49ers fans hate these uniforms. I don't know why they rock them all the time. Say, like, on my other computer here, I've got them, like, the shadow. Why the shadow? I don't know. Either way, though, 49ers fans not in love with that one. Even guys like Jerry Rice were like, I don't know why we ever had that shadow. But hey, they want to wear what they want to wear. I'm not going to complain about it. Whatever. It's not a fashion show. But Rams will be in the Royal. So we'll be rocking the blues with the gradient numbers on them. Pant color, not yet decided, I guess, or at least not public information. I haven't seen anything. I can't find anything. Just know that they will be in the Royal, not the bone. So I actually need to change some images because I like to match my images, my game day images. If you guys follow me on, Instagram and Facebook, I like to match what is going to be worn. So I'm actually going to make an update on the game day photo that I made for this one. So that kind of doesn't necessarily pertain to you guys, and you guys don't need to do anything with that information. But I thought I'd let you guys know where I'm at with that. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to have a yellow pants fever again this week or not. We'll just kind of have to wait and find out, I guess. I'm sure if I see anything, I'll post on my personal Facebook page. That's not necessarily Rams Showcase post worthy. I like to keep that to like big news and just important information. I don't like to just mess around on there. I don't like to be like, hey, so what do you guys? Where do you watch football games at? Stuff like that. I don't know. I just like to stick to the facts and all that stuff. So. Most of you guys know that, though. I've been doing this for like 4.5 years. You guys know. You guys are starting to understand me by now. I'm starting to understand you guys a little bit. I'm starting to understand that you guys also have other places that you like to find Rams news, which is totally okay with me. That's totally fine. There's plenty of Rams podcasts. There's so many Rams websites and stuff like that. There is. If you want Rams information, you got it. All right? But if you want Rams information from me, just know you got it as well, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. Aaron Donald, NFC Defensive Player of the Week for Week 5 against football team. It was awesome. It was a 4-sack day. for Aaron Donald. He is leading the NFL in sacks right now. The guy is playing out of his mind, and he's currently on pace because of this 4-sack game, so kind of temper your expectations maybe just a little bit. It's Aaron Donald, so maybe not, but I'll let you guys decide whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want to temper your expectations, do it. If not, just do whatever you need to do, okay? But Aaron Donald is currently on pace for 24 sacks this year, which, if you're keeping track at home, would be an NFL record, as the record is sitting at 22.5 at the moment. But 4-sack game, that was huge. We're only going into week 6. There's plenty of time left. We'll see how much he beats it by. I don't know. Maybe by week 10 he'll be on pace for like 40 sacks. We don't know. I mean, probably not, but we don't know. Okay. Next up here, the NFL is exploring a potential playoff bubble. To no one's surprise whatsoever, 2 cities are being named as potential bubble cities. And I don't think anybody's shocked at this. Dallas at Jerry World, and SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Kroenke World. I don't know. Is there a nickname for SoFi yet? I'm actually not sure. Maybe I missed that. Maybe I'm just not hip anymore. And I realize that anytime anybody says the words that they may not be hip anymore, you're 100% not hip. Okay? Whatever hip means, if you have to guess that you might be, you're not. But SoFi Stadium being named as a potential bubble spot. Perfect location for a potential bubble if that is the case. We do know that there is an extra playoff team. The logistics of keeping 7 playoff teams in a hotel with practice space to play these games sounds like the biggest headache that I'm really glad I don't need to deal with. But just know, this is a topic that's happening. Also, the owners met. We do not know the results of this meeting. I actually didn't even have this in my notes, so this kind of reminded me. We don't know the results yet of the meeting, but the owners met, I believe it was yesterday, which would have been Tuesday, to talk about potentially adding a Week 18 to this year's season. So what that would do is buy some flexibility as far as these postponed games. And obviously we saw last week the mad confusion of games flip-flopping around and all that stuff. So it looks like it's going to be to try to avoid that if possible, if necessary, that it is very real that we get a Week 18 this season. That's very possible, okay? So we'll see what happens. I don't necessarily know if it'll happen or not, but I think adding a bye week where every team is on a bye week, and if no team has multiple games to make up, that would be the perfect spot to just slip them in and get those makeup games done. Because the last thing that the NFL wants to do is have forfeitures of games and have teams not play games. Because not only do you screw over basically a team that's not playing and has to just lose a game, it's unfortunate, and I understand, it's like, hey, if you're being careless and testing positive and stuff like that, then that's kind of what happens. But what about the other team? Like, what about if somebody's at 9 touchdowns and they get a bonus at 10 touchdowns, but they missed a game? Like, even though it's considered a win, what happens then? I know that as the Rams, when the Rams sat out players in 2017 who were close to bumps, they just went ahead and honored those bumps. But not every team is like that, all right? Not every team is like Stan Kroenke. And I realize most people are Kroenke haters. Maybe I'm not, because I'm also an Avs fan, and I guess the Nuggets are cool. I haven't decided yet on NBA. But I can't right now say I'm a Lakers fan because everybody would make comments about that. So I don't know. But Kroenke honored it. I don't know how many other teams would. I know that there is at least a couple that would, but who is to say? So Week 18 is potential. Bubble is potential. We'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think bubble's going to happen. Week 18, I think, is way more probable than a playoff bubble. We'll kind of just have to wait and see, though, because if the Titans and their madness, if that continues, or another team starts to have this kind of situation, then a Week 18 is likely. But as of right now, I would say Week 18 is more likely than a playoff bubble. All right, let's talk about this game. We have a game. All right, this is the biggest part of this whole show, is the game previews. We got the LA Rams at the San Francisco 49ers Sunday Night Football. So you guys don't get a distribution map. Just turn your TVs on. All right, it's on NBC. You guys know how it works. you guys just you can find Sunday Night Football. It's very easy to find. If you guys cannot, then just find NBC. All right, just talk into your remote now or something. That's a lot of people are doing it that way. Rams are favored in this game by 3 points. The over/under last time I checked was 50.5. That sounds about right to me, actually. That's a close bet. If you guys are gamblers, I've kind of been dabbling just a little bit into that world now that it's, I'm in Colorado. I can do it. So I've been kind of dabbling just a little bit, and I think 50.5 is about right. So weather in this game, kickoff looks to be about 79 degrees. The end of the game looks about 68. Lighter winds at the end, medium winds in the beginning, so that actually could be an issue early in the game. And then at the end of the game as well, a 2% chance of precipitation. Some notes for this game: the 49ers came into the season with extremely high expectations. And I've said this before, that it feels like the 49ers are just one season behind the Rams. They have been for a couple of years. Last year, they made it all the way to the Super Bowl. They were running our offense. And now they come out just kind of looking a little flat after a Super Bowl loss. It's like they're 1 year behind us, honestly. Fourth place in the division right now, though. That makes me feel a little good, especially the Rams playing well. Seattle, though. Oh, man, Seattle's kind of on fire. And I hate to say that. It hurts my face to say those words. But hey, they're playing some good football. Russell Wilson is out of his mind right now. We'll see if he can get an MVP. I hope not. I hope it's somebody on the Rams. But hey, I don't vote. They don't give me a vote. Can you believe that? For hosting Rams Showcase for 4.5 years, I don't have an MVP vote yet. Ridiculous. Somebody make some phone calls. Let's get this going. But they are 49ers. They are now last place in the division and benched Jimmy G last week in favor of CJ Beathard. And beat hard is how that is spelled out. Just do whatever you guys need to with that information if you guys didn't know it already. So CJ Beathard, CJ beat hard. He gets beat up a lot, basically, is what that's going for. I'll just tell you guys the punchline. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But Jimmy G, he did get benched. He did not get re-hurt, so he was put on the bench. That's just too much money to be sitting on the bench, so I anticipate him being back in this one. The 49ers, they just overall, they're not looking super awesome right now. Defense, they're beat up. In fairness, they're completely beat up. They had a whole bunch of injuries, but, it's the NFL, and all these guys are supposed to be good at football, right? You get to the NFL, that means you're good. So it's got to be a next man up kind of thing. I realize that superstars are getting hurt, but you got to be able to make up for that, and I think that a lot of that falls on coaching, is not making those proper adjustments. So, that being said, am I taking shots at Kyle Shanahan? I'll let you decide. I'm not trying to, but hey, if it fits, it fits, right? But also, Jimmy G did not confirm if he would be coming back in this game, but we'll get to the injury report here in a little bit. He was a full participant today on Wednesday. And the 49ers, just so you guys are aware as well, 0-3 at home on the season. So we'll try to push that to 0-4, which would be fun. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Let's take a look at the preview of this one. The Rams offense, we'll talk about that side first. Rams offense continues to play well, now ranked 4th in the NFL. Goff looks like he's more calm than he's ever been. But on the ground, the Rams are getting it done. So that helps, of course, Jared Goff. The Rams offensive line is playing much better than people anticipated. I spent the whole offseason, though, talking about how I didn't think the line was nearly as bad as most other people were saying. I spent the whole offseason saying that. I spent the whole offseason saying, I don't think this Rams line is a problem. I don't think that's not the issue at all. And some of you guys know that. Some of you guys refuse to accept it. That's fine. But I said it, okay? I was very clear about this the whole offseason. The whole offseason, this Rams offensive line, not that bad. And now we're here, and they're playing great and kind of getting some recognition again. So that's kind of good to see. But it's just, I've had a struggle with that narrative so far this offseason as far as it being like a problem. But hey, I don't think it is. I've said that all offseason. We're good. But with this getting the ground game going and the offensive line playing well, obviously that's really helping Jared Goff. So he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's necessarily the superstar level. I think he's very, very, very good at football though. And if he's in the right situation, which he is under McVay and with this offense with playmakers, he can perform really well, and we've seen that. So, and taking some more shots now. We saw that deep pass to Robert Woods. 49ers defense, they're playing well, but they're dealing with their share of injuries for sure. The defense is really not their problem this year, but they have proven it. They have proven that it's difficult to throw the ball on them. So going to need that ground attack to open up that play action for Jared Goff this week. Let's take a look at the other side. The 49ers offense really struggling. They look out of sync and just sloppy at times. Jimmy, he finally returned last week from his injury, but then was benched for CJ Beathard. No matter the actual reason that happened, whether it was his injury or if he was just playing poorly, so they pulled him. I know Shanahan made some comments that it was his injury. That's why he wasn't looking so good. No matter what the reason, though, they looked really bad. The 49ers. It looks bad on the 49ers to pull him. Either way, they either showed us that they paid way too much for this quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, or they proved that they rushed him back from injury before he was ready. Either way, not a good look for the 49ers. Either way, no matter what that answer happens to be, whether he was benched because he's not good or wasn't good in that game, or he was still hurt, that's not a good look either way. So this week he now has to face Aaron Donald, who is coming off an NFC Defensive Player of the Week and 4 sacks against football team and is now leading the league in sacks. Jimmy G, he's coming for you. Donald is the leader of the Rams' 4th-ranked defense. This team is giving up just over 171 passing yards per game in today's NFL. That is absolutely amazing. I'll take those numbers all day long, even if we have just beaten teams who are known for being in a bad division. That's something I wanted to talk about here in a little bit. But the Rams are also 3rd in the league on defense on 3rd down, giving up just 35%. If Jimmy G is back under center for this one, he has his work cut out for him again in the first meeting between these two teams this season. Let's take a look at some injuries. Linebacker Obo Okoronkwo will have surgery on his elbow and will miss time. The timing of Terrell Lewis coming back now looks really good. Lewis did play 26% of the Rams' defensive snaps in Week 5. Jordan Fuller, safety, that rookie phenom safety that everybody's raving about, short-term IR. He's going to miss at least 3 weeks. For the Rams, players who did not participate in practice on Wednesday would be Ogbonnia Okoronkwo, Aaron Donald, and Big Whit. Donald and Big Whit were not injury-related. They get that Veterans Day off because they're absolute studs out there. So, limited participants in Wednesday's practice, Micah Kaiser, linebacker, who did miss Week 5 against football team, as well as Bobby Evans, who is hurt, but he doesn't really play. So, as much as that sucks, and I like Bobby Evans, low impact on that one. So 49ers side, players who did not participate in Wednesday's practice would be linebacker Quan Alexander, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, and cornerback Dante Johnson. Limited participant would be cornerback Emmanuel Moseley. And full participants, we have 2 of them, Jimmy Garoppolo, the quarterback, and defensive lineman DJ Jones. The history of this matchup, the 49ers do lead the all-time series 71, 67, and 3. Rams at 49ers, so 49ers hosting the Rams. 49ers lead that all-time series 35, 34, and 2. You know what that means. You know that we can tie it up on the road against the 49ers for that series. 49ers swept the Rams last year. The Rams swept the 49ers the year before. And if you guys remember, each of those teams in the year that they swept the other one made it to the Super Bowl. Lost it, but made it to the Super Bowl, which is impressive in itself, you know? We want to make fun of the 49ers for losing their Super Bowl, but we want to be offended when people talk about ours. Kind of like the whole the Bills pass interference thing that I went into. Like, we make fun of Saints fans all day for whining about that game, that pass interference in an NFC Championship game, but for a Week 4 game, we're like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you just got to pick your battles, I guess. Yeah. The most recent game between these two came December 21st of last year, 2019. That was a 34-31 victory for the 49ers. This was the game that took the Rams really out of the playoffs. It was a blown coverage. Who was it? Sanders got back there. That was a bag of bummers, man. That was a bag of bummers. And who was it? Taylor Rapp, I think, was the one that blew that coverage, which is unfortunate. But Rapp, he's going to be in a decent amount now with Jordan Fuller out. So, hope that's good, man. Hope that's good. We'll be all right. And the first ever game between these two came on October 1st, 1950. 35-14. That was a Rams dub. Let's get to our fan quesos here. I have one. I have a singular queso. One single queso. Let me pull it up. My phone's like loading now, and I was trying to stall, but We're getting there. It's a ridiculous question, and fan quesos might be falling off a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. You won't hurt my feelings. We can move on from fan quesos if that's going to be the case. But either way, it's fine with me. I'll let you guys decide. If you guys want to ask me quesos, drop them. If you guys don't want to ask me quesos, not a big deal. We can skip them. Not a big deal. All right, so this one comes from Travis. Is Travis Herco your favorite Steelers fan? And since the answer is obviously yes, the follow-up is why. In addition to this question, I have to ask why Aaron Donald tried to murder Alex Smith like that early in the game. The man has a wife and kids. Okay, so to answer your first question, yeah, I'll say yeah. Okay, I mean, I realized that I delayed on that one, and that may not make it feel good, Travis, but I'll go with yes. I don't know that many Steelers fans. My friend Patrick, he's one of my favorite Steelers fans. He's in Pittsburgh right now. I don't think you are, so, I was going to put that out there. Why? You helped me with my homework that one time. So, yeah. Let's see. Why did Aaron Donald try to murder Alex Smith like that early in the game? The man has a wife and kids. That is so funny. Okay, so I was watching this game, obviously. That's what I do as I watch Rams games. That's like my number one thing. And I was watching the game, and it's so funny to me. Even that meme that came out, I'm sure most of you guys have seen it. It was on NFL memes and stuff, where it's where Alex Smith almost dies from his leg injury, and it's like Aaron Donald, and it shows like a picture of him on his back. It's the funniest thing to me. Either way, guy's a football player. He's padded up. He's on a football field. That, to me, means he's not defenseless, okay? That means he's willing to get smashed. If you get on the football field against Aaron Donald and snap that football, your life's in danger. That's just the way it goes. It's like driving on the wrong side of the road and be like, I can't believe I got into an accident. It's what happens, man. It's what happens. So Aaron Donald, I have no issues with how he handled this. He's a football player. He's padded up. That brings me to the whole thing, though. That's like on my whole argument on no one's a defenseless player if you're on the football field playing football during a play. Keep your head on a swivel, man. That's what we were taught, right? I mean, I'm obviously not a career football player. I played for a very short time in high school. But I was always taught, you got to know where you're at. Look, keep your head on a swivel. Know where everybody else is at. Know who's trying to take your head off, which is all those 11 dudes over there. That's what we were taught. We weren't taught to hit safe. We were just taught to watch out. I don't understand when it became the aggressor's responsibility to watch out for your safety. If you're worried about concussions and that probably sounds aggressive. If you're worried about injuries, we'll say it that way. If you're worried about injuries, you shouldn't be out there. It's a contact sport. Not only is it a contact sport, it's a violent sport. I say that all the time. So, you know what, Alex Smith, that's what happens. But that is going to do it for me. My video is about to cut off here, so I do apologize about that. If it does, that's my bad. I'll put on some cool pictures or something. But that is going to do it for me. Make sure you guys follow the Ram Showcase on all your favorite social media. That would be at Ram Showcase on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook.com/Ram Showcase. You can follow me as well at Sheriff Joe Bags on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook.com/Sheriff Joe Bags. Pretty simple enough for you guys. Rams and 49ers on Sunday Night Football. Hey, my video didn't cut off. Sweet. All right, that's cool. Good news. But you guys, Sunday Night Football, it's going to be awesome. This is 49ers week. And you know what that means? That means rock that Rams gear all week long. Throwback, new stuff. I don't care. And I don't care if you refuse to buy new stuff. If you're one of those people who's like, I won't buy the new logo. Nobody cares, dude. Just do whatever you need to. Throwback stuff is fine. It's all Ram stuff, man. Just rock it and enjoy it and represent this squad. And that's all we need to do because we need to let all these 49ers fans of the world know that we're here. And I know that you guys are doing it. I'm definitely doing it. I've been at work rocking Ram stuff. I always rock some Ram stuff. I don't have my keys in my pocket. I was going to show them my lanyard. I always got that hanging out in my pocket. Got the bone gray polo and stuff that I wear. Because I got to wear like kind of nice shirts at work. So it happens. Whatevs. Yeah, but that's going to do it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me guys tonight. I know it's a shorter show than usual. I'm actually trying to cut down a little bit of the time. And a little bit of the rambling. Such as right now. This is an example of the stuff that I'm trying to cut out of the show. So we'll get more to the point and stuff, which is good stuff. So, yeah, make sure you guys, if you guys are one of those people like myself who tries to match what is on the field, not in bone gray. All right, no bone gray. We're in the Royal this week, so make sure you guys adjust accordingly, and I will adjust my graphics that are already scheduled to be posted. So that's fun. I got to go do that. Well, that's going to do it for me. I am Sheriff Joe Bags. This has been Rams Showcase on Sports War Radio. For those of you who aren't Rams fans, our thoughts and prayers are with you. For those of you that are Rams fans, thank you guys so much for listening, and you guys have a great